Okay, so this video is about Te Puni Kokiri and the Maori Wardens.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm just getting a phone call. Well, if I take a phone call, will it show up on the thing?
Maybe.
Okay, just go.
Oh yeah, missing the phone call.
Okay, so can you just give us a little bit of a background about...
Well, we'll just talk about what we were talking about specifically. And I asked you, how much do the Maori Wardens get?
I think it's $1 an hour. Well, there was an article that we posted. Oh, here it is. It was an article on the website we posted called "Our Wardens Rewarded with Peanuts." That was in the Aucklander on the 21st of May 2009, which stated that Maori Wardens were getting paid $1.50 an hour, Peter.
Okay, $1.50 an hour. Okay, so we'll look at it this way. Right. Okay. Who is in control of it? When you look on the web, right, and you type in Maori Wardens, the first thing that comes up is Te Puni Kokiri, right? So that must be, and we've had conversations with Maori Wardens that say that they're associated with Te Puni Kokiri.
Well, yeah, they are. So who started Te Puni Kokiri?
Well, I know that it used to be Maori Affairs and what was it, the other piece, but
Māori Council.
Something like that. But it was Winston Peters who specifically put them together and made them into Te Puni Kokiri, and then started acting like trust, going around accepting things into Te Puni Kokiri.
So accepting massive funding.
Yeah, right.
And then paying their people $1.50 an hour.
Well, think about this, okay? So in a society, how do you show somebody their worth? Okay, by looking after them. So as far as Te Puni Kokiri goes, having an organisation under them, Māori.
It's degrading how they pay them $1.50 an hour.
$1.50 an hour, and what? So that just says that they don't really value them, doesn't it?
Yeah, so they're not valuing the Maori Wardens.
No, and they're valuable members of our society.
And yet they'd pay themselves how much?
Oh, we don't want to go into that, but I don't see Winston being short of $1.
Yeah.
In fact, I bet you his whole wages could pay all of the Maori Wardens in the country.
Yeah, and who's the other one? Who's the other one? Naina Mahuta.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. I mean, those guys are kind of part of that, aren't they? What are they doing? How come they're not taking care of the ones who are actually on the ground?
Yeah, and so it's pretty bad.
It's bad, and so, yeah.
So how can you get about it? Like, how can you get about...
We're going to try and separate them.
Yeah.
We'll try and see if we can help separate them from Te Puni Kokiri, and they can operate as their own organisation and get proper funding from their own whānau hapu organisations.
Yeah, and so that they can get paid properly and do the job.
Unfortunately, it'll have to be privately operated.
Yeah.
By them themselves rather than being part
it's
of
just
the government.
such a piss take, hey? Like, Te Puni Kokiri. What was that other thing that we found out about Te Puni Kokiri with the trusts, say?
Oh, just they're acting as executor for many trusts, and actually really, unfortunately, a lot of the people seem to be feeling that they've been treated unfairly.
Yeah, and then there was that other thing.
So,
fucking, what was it? Te Ture Whenua. Okay, so we were looking at Te Ture Whenua to see how many times it had been repealed and who was repealing it. Because we're like, how come Te Ture Whenua doesn't work in court anymore? How come people are going to jail for trying to use Te Ture? So we had a look on the Beehive website, and it showed that, in October last year, Te Puni Kokiri was repealing it. And they were changing things to Te Ture Whenua so that if you entered into the structures of Te Ture Whenua, that all land would go back to Te Puni Kokiri. And that goes back to the government, hey?
Yeah, I don't even know if the incorporation members know that themselves.
Yeah, so if you are an incorporations member, please go to the legislation of Te Ture. And how many times,
and what's happened,
and what they've implemented. Then you go to Te Puni Kokiri website and look at, search Te Ture in the Te Puni Kokiri website, and you'll see what they've been doing. And so they've been funneling all of the land back into, so that Te Puni has the
trusts,
has the total,
and they have executorship over
and that they don't even have to inform anyone they're doing it.
No, they don't.
That's what they've done.
Because they already have.
Te Puni Kokiri, eh? Fucking hell. Thanks, Peter. That was good, eh?